Okay, sorry that took a little bit longer than expected. I was trying to do too many things at once, as usual, but we are here now. Hello. I don't have my water with me. I should probably go get that. One of these days I'll actually be prepared for a stream when it starts, but that is not this day, unfortunately. Oh, and I missed some people in chat. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was gathering references and very focused. I apologize. Hello, everybody. That was a very long warm-up to starting stream. My bad. You guys know how I like to fall down the Pinterest hole. Alright, well shoot, let me see if I can catch up and say hi to some folks. Thanks for being in here, by the way, guys. We're going to be drawing some elephants today, so if you haven't joined us for a warming stream before, basically the way this works is I'm going to be looking at reference pictures, and we'll talk about like how you study from reference, how you actually learn from it instead of just copying it. It's kind of pointed out to me recently that a lot of people tend to copy a reference as opposed to actually learning and asking questions. So I'm going to be focusing on that when I talk about how to look at reference, but by all means, don't feel like you have to use my references. If you'd like to, I do have a Discord where you can post warm-ups that you are doing along with me. It doesn't have to be elephants. You can do whatever you want. I just want to encourage people to actually start the habit of doing half an hour of warm-up sketching every day. I think it's really helpful to just do a little chunk of study. So if you'd like to join, thank you, Maze, for dropping that. Really appreciate you. There's that link right there if anyone needs it. And let me see who's in chat. Let me say hi to some people. So sorry again that it took me a minute to get in here, but thanks for hanging out. Let's see. So Maze, hello, of course. Glad you're doing all right. Throat's a little dry. Okay, don't get sick now. Don't get sick now. Kudo, hello. How are you? Congrats on your day off today. So glad you could spend some time with us this morning. Yeah, amazing stream went well. You gotta go follow him, you guys. Amazing Fan is streaming now. I'm gonna keep blasting him until he just accepts it. It's a lot of fun. He's a great streamer. He's had many years to, I guess, hone his preferences maybe, but it was good. He did really well. Let's see. Unknown Eldritch, hello! Good to see you. Thanks for popping in today. How are you doing, if you're still here? I know it took me forever. Raga, hello! Thank you for being here, Raga. How are you doing today? I know it's kind of late for you, so I appreciate you hanging out with us. You and your wonderful dance emotes. You guys, emotes are coming. New emotes are coming. So for those of you who do have a sub and have access to some emotes, I really want to do a stream this month where we do an emote session, so I'll be doing those soon, hopefully. Let me catch on up. Pyro Wolf, hello, first time chatter. Thanks for popping in. It's good to meet you, and good to see you in here. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining. Okay, I think that's most of the folks. Sorry if I missed anybody. You don't feel well? Oh no, tornado risk. Oh gosh, yeah, be safe, be safe. Yeah, self-promotion's hard for artists for sure. We're not the easiest bunch. We had a little group ramble session about that on stream yesterday. It's really hard for us to accept compliments and to self-promote and do all those things. There's a lot of imposter syndrome floating around. I know I suffer from that. I'm sure most of you do as well. I'm just projecting. Maybe you don't. Maybe you are the most confident artist ever. But you're just a rare breed, so just know that. But we're all working on it. Yeah, see, you are garbage also. Yeah, we all are. We all are. Debating if I'm going to draw or read. Hey, no worries. Well, if you want to draw, feel free to join us. I'm going to get started here in a second. We usually start by looking at a skeleton, so that's what I'm going to start with today. Again, if anyone is here for the first time, you can always join along, but you don't have to. I'm also just happy for the company. Frankly, if nothing else, just being in chat or just lurking is so helpful for me because you guys are basically my accountability buddies to make sure that I actually do this. Doing warm-up sketches is something I've meant to do for most of my artistic career and have just not made the time for, always made excuses for why I didn't have time, or like, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, and then you feel guilty and you fall into the guilt spiral. It's just kind of a problem. So yeah, if you are like me and you would like to actually try and break that cycle, maybe feel free to pick up a pencil and join. But of course, no pressure, no pressure. But it's good to see you guys. Okay, warm-up draw, woo! Yeah, we're gonna do elephants. Elephants are great. Alright, so today I'm gonna focus on the African bush elephant. Just fair warning, I do tend to kind of ramble about animal facts when we do animal studies. I've debated calling the animal ones Casey's Creature Feature. What do you guys think? Is that too cheesy? Is that too like 1990s PBS? I kind of like it, but I'm also a kid of the 90s, so maybe that's why I like it. Anyway, our creature feature of the day is going to be the African bush elephant. So we have actually drawn elephants relatively recently, so if you were here for that one... Oh, the music is loud. Oh, thank you, I did not know that. How's that? Is this better? Better? Sorry guys. It might be this song too. I know I have different tracks. I've got that volume actually set down at like 30. Here, let's try a different song and see if it's any better. Here's one that's also somewhat loud. Sorry about that, and thank you for letting me know. I'm on a different setup than I normally am. If you can't tell, this is not my studio. This is the corner of my living room. This is where my current setup is at home for when I need to do work at home. And so I do sometimes stream from here if I need to. I've got some stuff I gotta do today, like some chores and things, so I'll be doing that right after my stream, but that's okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about the loudness. I'm glad it's better. And hello, Beats! Good to see you in here. How you doing today? Yeah, sorry about that, Pyro, and everybody whose ears got exploded. Nothing wrong with 90s PBS. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Agreed, yeah. PBS peaked in the 90s, and that was true. It's true. A lot of public television has really kind of gone downhill. I think the internet and the lack of people paying for subscriptions to television doesn't help with that, but public television you would think would still be pretty good. Alas and alack. Oops, my chat broke. Hold on. Dude. Gotta find a better way. Oh my gosh, Wishbone. When I was teaching, I definitely showed my students Wishbone. I was like, you will appreciate this. I don't know why they stopped making it. It was great. Okay. There's like a different brand of kid humor now. It's like shows feel like they have to be extra stupid in order to keep kids' attention. When it's like, I showed those kids Wishbone and they were enraptured. You don't have to be ridiculous. Anyway. It was great. Okay, but we're not going to talk about Wishbone. We're going to talk about elephants, guys. It's elephants. Alright, I gotta do a different thing with my... Oops, sorry for that sound. You guys heard that? My phone just buzzed. I gotta find a different pop-out chat. This is not working for me. There we go. I want to be able to keep an eye on chat, keep an eye on other things that I'm bad at keeping an eye on. This is much harder to do at my home studio because I only have one screen. And you might think, oh, boo-hoo, most people only have one screen, but honestly, I'm so spoiled. I have 3 screens at my... Oh, stop it. I have 3 screens at my studio, and I'm just a little spoiled. Okay. There I can see my chat. I can see OBS. Where's chat? There it is. Okay. Hopefully I don't misclick and turn off stream somehow, because I am prone to doing things like that. But I'm going to try and be a pro streamer today. We're going to be so pro. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Shrink. There we go. Yeah, second screen is awesome, honestly. I mean, I guess technically I do have 2 screens here, so I shouldn't complain too much. This 2 is better than 1 for sure. But it's really nice to have 2 extra monitors, because then I can like draw on my screen tablet and not use any part of my tablet for stream, and then I can just put like references on one and have stream stuff on the other, and it's so much more helpful. But anyway, it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's a first world problem, right? I'm doing fine. So let's get started. Without further ado, if you are already started, great, you're ahead of me. What my goal tends to be here is to set a timer for 30 minutes and just try to get as much done as I can in that time frame. If you want to go longer, please don't feel like you have to limit yourself to 30 minutes. You certainly can draw for more than 30 minutes, but the whole point is just to train your observation eye. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for shapes right now. I'm not worried about details. If you've been here before, you've heard me say this probably a number of times. This is, again, an African bush elephant, not a forest elephant. So there's 2 different African elephant species. We used to think, not too long ago actually, that the forest elephant was just a subspecies of African elephant, like that they were the same species, they're just like a slightly changing population basically in the forest. But now we know from DNA that basically these are actually 2 separate species of living elephants in Africa, which is pretty cool. They are very similar and hard to tell apart, so we'll talk about some of the things that make them distinct here. One of the biggest ways is these tusks. So with an African bush elephant, they are larger tusks generally, and they tend to be more curved and less straight. So the African forest elephant tends to have a much straighter, less curved tusk situation, also a lot thinner tusk typically. But they're also harder, apparently, is what I read somewhere. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I read. And apparently the African forest elephant is preferable for the ivory trade because of the, I guess, strength of the ivory. It's very sad. But we're actually losing forest elephants at a much more rapid pace than African savanna or bush elephants, which is sad. They're also much harder to get a population, like an idea of population from, because they are very reclusive. They live in the woods, and they run in very small family groups. They don't actually stay in the big herds like you see with the African savanna elephants, but obviously the forest is more dense, so they just wouldn't, functionally be able to do that very easily, but they just tend to meet up in larger areas to commune and then break off into their smaller, intimate family groups, essentially. So anyway, interesting creatures, but we're here to talk about, we'll do one for forest elephants one day. I think we might have one on the schedule, but today we're doing bush elephants, partly because today is also National Free Comic Book Day, guys. So if you are a comic book fan, see if your local comic shop is doing anything fun and go support your local comic store or game store. Sometimes they sell comics as well. But basically, I have a webcomic called Drift that features elephants and a lot of African fauna. And hopefully, my tentative plan, I was really adamant about this, I'm still going to try and do it, but I'm hoping to do a special extra afternoon stream today. Just maybe it might be short, but basically I would like to potentially work on a new page, like finish up the new page of Drift that I started the other day. I want to make a little progress on that this year, and since I'm getting close to my illustration goal, we just finished a new elephant illustration yesterday on stream. So I'm feeling like I can maybe start picking up Drift again. I'm getting to the place where I'm ready to start pitching my work to agents once more. And when I'm doing that, I won't be quite as focused on just doing personal private illustrations for that portfolio. But anyway, that's the whole point of doing elephants today, is I'm warming up for potentially drawing again later today on stream. So we'll see. We'll see if I can make it happen. And my mods, of course, don't feel like you need to be there for that stream. It's kind of an unplanned, unusual stream, so I don't expect a high amount of modding needed, since it's kind of off of my usual schedule. So if you have other stuff to do, by all means, do not feel like you need to be here. I appreciate you being here right now. Let me catch up a little bit. Bunch of good stuff. Clifford, Dragon Tales Between the Lions. Yeah, I remember all of those. I saw a cute Dumbo beanie. Oh, cute. A second screen. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't remember it at all, but I'm glad you do, Amaze. Hey, Mirror Stepper, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for being here today. How's your week going? Okay. There's an ad starting in like 1 minute, by the way, so if that comes on and you don't have a sub, feel free to, lower the volume, walk away, do a stretch break. I may go get water during that ad, because I definitely left my water bottle in my bedroom, so I need to go grab that. But, don't forget to take a stretch break and do all the health things, guys. Busy work day. Oh man, well thanks for lurking at work. I hope it calms down for you and that you can get a good amount of productivity in today. Alright, so I'm just kind of loosely sketching these bones, guys. I'm not worried about details. We're not trying to make an exact drawing. The whole purpose of studying anatomy before you jump into an animal image is to basically familiarize yourself with the structure of the creature, like kind of where things generally go, what the proportions tend to be. Things that I'm noticing here in this piece are things such as the slope of the back, right? African elephants, one of the things that sets them apart from forest elephants is that back slope. I'm actually kind of wondering now if this isn't a forest elephant. That might be. It's hard to tell. I think it's a savanna elephant. It could be a hybrid also. That's the other trouble. Forest elephants are becoming so rare that sometimes in some places they are hybridizing with African bush elephants, and so it's getting a little hairy. I don't know if these hybrids are sterile. They may not be. I need to look into that more honestly. But let me pull up a little graphic that I found. I don't know where this is on my Pinterest board somewhere, but here is a little infographic about how to know the difference between some of these elephants. So obviously the Asian elephant's very different, and it's in a different part of the world. Most people know the ear size difference. But with the forest elephant, They have these large triangular shaped ears that look like the shape of Africa. And with the forest elephant, they tend to have these almost like Mickey Mouse rounded ears. They're very interesting. And as you can see, the tusks are much straighter. They're not quite as curved. And they also tend to be darker. So that's another giveaway with a forest elephant, is they tend to have yellowish and even brown or like tipped black, like up near the root, almost black tusks. And that's because they actually use their tusks pretty regularly as a tool. They use them to dig and shovel into the ground for extra minerals that they need that they don't get from their diet. And that's part of why they gather in these big family groups. Outside of their families, like every once in a while they'll gather at these big watering holes to dig for minerals, eat them, bathe in them, and it's also a social aspect for them. It's almost like a big family reunion that they do pretty regularly. So really interesting cultures that elephants have, but that is one of the main differences. So, oh shoot. Today you learned you're a forest elephant. Oh, there's an ad. Okay, I don't know if you guys are stuck in ads. I'm actually gonna use this opportunity to go grab my water bottle really fast. Make sure you stretch and drink water, guys. I'll be right back, and I'll try not to respond to chat until ads are done. Water is acquired. There we go. Okay, now I can hydrate. Oh, you're not stuck in an ad. That's so strange. I do not understand. You don't see ads on Twitch. Why does it tell me there's ads if they're not showing them? I'm so sorry that I just abandoned you all. Oh, and thank you for that follow. Despite my abandonment, who was that? Let's see if I can read it. Crazy Moth Lady. Oh my gosh, I love your name. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Pushing me ever closer to my follower goal. I'm hoping to hit 800 followers soon, which is crazy because when I started streaming on Twitch again this year, I had like 300 left over from like when I used to stream back in 2018. So it's so awesome that so many people want to hang out with me. I really, really appreciate it. It's almost like people like your content. It's weird. It's weird, Mirror Stepper. I'm still getting used to it. I am squirreling. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, oh my gosh, Sloppy Salamander. Oh, thank you for those 4 months of subs. That's so nice of you, Sloppy Salamander. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. I think I missed a new chatter. Weimar98. Good morning. Good morning. It's morning here for me. I don't know what it is for you, but good evening, good day, good Tuesday to you. I hope you're doing well, and thanks for popping in. We're just doing some warm-up sketches. I thought there was an ad break, so I went and got my water bottle, but you know, apparently there wasn't one, so I'm sorry. Not good at Twitch. Still learning. Anyway. We just finished doing our skeletal study of elephants here, and I'm gonna start doing some actual drawings. So I always encourage people, if you're new here, feel free to pick up a pencil and find some reference. You don't have to use my reference, but feel free to use whatever you'd like to, and draw along if you'd want to. But even if you just want to hang out and listen to me ramble, very appreciated as well. I'll try to keep the rambles on topic so I don't get ramble signaled. And I apologize for the funky lighting that's always here when I stream at home. There's a lot of light coming in from my kitchen and it just hits my monitor in a funny way. So I promise I'm not like a serial killer. I look like I'm at, I don't know, I look like I'm in an interrogation room or something. Anyway, running with that wizards today learned that they're forest elephants, so that's good. Congratulations. You are a rare breed, wizards, and I appreciate you being here. Amazon deemed me worthless. Aw, that's, you know, I don't think you're worthless. I think you are worthwhile. Let's see. How are you doing, Darth? I should have known that that was you. Thanks for popping in, Darth. It's kind of earlier for you. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you're doing well too, Sloppy. Oh my gosh, Sloppy, I love that bird emote. I was just talking to Chad, I am gonna be making some new emotes soon, guys. I've got a whole list. I'm gonna have some like sea slugs and dinosaurs and chickens and elephants, actually, because believe it or not, these are my favorite animals. And yeah, quite a few. Yeah, elephants again, Xylai, I know. We did elephants not too long ago. In fact, if anyone wants to see, I just finished I just finished an illustration from an elephant. It was actually inspired from when we did draw elephants. Here's a, well, this is the older version. Where's the new one? Here we go. I just posted it on places. Please ignore all of this other stuff. But yeah, this is the piece we finished last night. It's an Asian elephant, obviously, a different elephant. But it's a lot of fun. So if you're new here, you can also expect a lot of digital art here. Digital painting, digital illustration, some creature design, that kind of thing. So anyway, let's draw. Oh shoot, hold on, I'm behind on chat still. Bad at Twitch. If I can magically grant my streamers comps to accept, they deserve all the follows and subs. Mira, you're so kind. Mira, I am so glad that we met you. You really do encourage me, and I hope you know that. Thank you. I'm sorry that I'm so bad at accepting compliments. We talked about this on stream yesterday. Artists, I think in general, are just really bad at it. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to just learn to say thank you. I don't mean to like seem as though I'm being dismissive of a compliment, and I apologize if that's the perceived impact, but it's just hard for us. We see the flaws in our work, and it's really difficult to move past sometimes. But yeah, okay. Elephant scan, yes, and I hope you're doing well, Xyli. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you. It is cute. It is super cute, Sloppy Salamander. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Oh, that's good, Kudo. I have always had a very weird relationship. I just don't believe compliments, and then I also want to run away from them. And I also wish people just wouldn't point me out ever. So, you know, compliments are hard for me, but I'm working on it. Twitch is kind of forcing me out of that because I'm like putting myself on screen, and it's always a little nerve-wracking. So just, you know, go easy on me, folks, but I appreciate you. Okay, well, honestly, that's probably a little bit healthier than where I go, Kudo. Use some opinions if anyone's willing to give them. Wrapping up final essay. Yeah, I would love to. Do you mind posting that in Discord so I don't lose it? I can't look at it now, Sloppy Salamander, but I'd be happy to take a peek later. And congratulations on finishing it up. Is this for your class you're taking with Denver Fowler? Or is this for something else? Wait, am I zoomed in all the way? What's happening? Yeah, why is this picture so small? Alright, so you can find these references on my Discord if anyone wants to use them. You can also find them on my Pinterest, which is pinned at the top of chat right now, so if you'd like to use that, feel free. But basically, what I like to do when we use references, I talk about how to find shapes. So we're going to find shapes first. And so what I'm doing is I'm just like, okay, ear shape, got this big, where does that keep going to the bottom? Got this big like round shape here. You can also break it down into the like shoulder and hip areas. That's what I tend to do because I see this like big, you know, can't see that because it's black. I see this like big chest cavity area. This skeleton I'm not too sure about, honestly. I've looked at this before and I feel like it's missing some rib bones. I feel like elephant ribs might go more fully around, so I'm not sure why it's only going to here, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe they're like more cartilage-y. It could be more cartilage ribs instead of hard ribs. I don't know. But anyway, feel free to make sure you look at a few different references just to make sure you have a complete idea of the creature. But what I like to do is kind of sketch in those shapes that I'm seeing. So I'm kind of got that round shape. You got this nice hump back here at the back. Probably did a little too sharp of an angle there. These big leg shapes. You can see the knee very strongly right here. That nice thin leg. The little ankle joints. I love pointing out these little ankles. In a lot of elephants, a lot of people don't notice this, but you can really actually see their ankles, or excuse me, it's actually their heel, kind of resting on this big fleshy pad to kind of support all the weight there. But you can see that in a lot of elephants. And a lot of people, when they draw elephant feet, they just do like trunks, and it's a little more complex than that. So this is why studying the skeleton can help, because then you can know exactly where the knee is and exactly where that foot would be, and like, oh, here's the toes. It's almost like they're walking in high heels, if you can believe it. Like that is the foot of the elephant. This is the heel, this is the ankle, this is the knee. So yeah, you can see all that stuff in the creature once you've studied it in the bones, which is why I find the bones to be very helpful to look at as well. But focus on your shapes. If you're new to drawing from reference or from life, feel free to look around you and draw what you see. I'd love to see those too if you do some still life drawing. But basically I just want you to focus on shapes so that you can get in the gesture of the creature first and kind of the proportions. So what I'm doing while I'm sketching is I'm trying to make sure I'm looking at this picture at least as much, if not more, than I'm looking at this. The more I'm actually looking at the reference, the more I'm going to be drawing what I see instead of what I think I see, if that makes sense. So, and I'm saying this also to remind myself, because it's a bad habit. You know, I tend to, I'm sure a lot of people do, we tend to get excited about details like, oh, look at these skin folds, and oh, look at the way I can see the anatomy here, and the way that foot's really bending back. I really want to draw that. But then you can accidentally draw things that aren't right. You can draw things like maybe this is too short, or maybe you drew this leg too short. You know, you want to make sure your proportions are there before you get into details. So just keep that in mind. Exactly, that is the hardest part, and that's actually how you grow, Zyla. I'm so glad you pointed that out. Drawing what you see instead of what you know is the hardest part about art. Yeah, it's what we called a schema. So like when you draw without using references, what you're actually doing is drawing what you think something looks like, and you're not actually learning anything from that. What you're really doing is repeating bad habits. So a lot of people get frustrated like, oh, I've been drawing for years and I just haven't grown any, and it's probably because you're not filling up your creative bank account. You're not like, you know, learning more things and studying more things and asking more questions about how things actually are, so that when you go to stylize something that you actually know what to change. You know, it's really hard to draw a cartoony elephant like we were looking at pictures of Tantor on Discord from Tarzan, you know, those animated elephants that they have. They're fun shapes, obviously very stylized, but they wouldn't know how to stretch and how to push and how to like kind of morph that animal into an animated character that looks very cartoonish, if you will, without having first actually studied real elephants and learned where the joints are, how do the tusks look, how do the ears look, you know, how do they move, how do they walk. All that stuff is really important when you're trying to develop a style, which is what animation is. You're just taking life, warping it in a way that can visually be interesting, and then that's called a style, right? And we all do that. We all develop our own style over time. But the more you're looking from what's real to learn what you can't, what is possible, then you can take and go into the impossible. You can do creature design, you can do fantasy stuff, you can do sci-fi, you can do all kinds of things. Like your fan art will get better, your just for fun drawings will get better, your character design will get better. So if you're somebody who's trying to improve those things, this is why this is a practice that I really really want to implement, and just why I'm so thankful that you guys are here making sure I do it. So thank you, because I probably wouldn't do it without you. It's just one of those things artists all know we should do, and it just doesn't sound fun, right? Sitting here and like drawing something from a picture that already exists, it doesn't sound fun. Part of the fun of art is creation, right? It's being innovative, it's getting to design things. But this is also how you learn to do that stuff well. So anyway, that's why we're here. Yes, learning about implied detail. Yeah, and I think I missed something from Wizards. Thank you, Raga, for posting that Discord. Let's see, I understand that well. Good. I have people tanking me on my job to be able to help you and stuff. Oh no, yeah. Oh, compliments, yeah. Yeah, compliments are tough, Wizards. They really are. And it's not just artists, right? I think people in general, sometimes it's just hard to accept them. Especially if you tend to be a perfectionist, you know? It's hard to accept that things aren't perfect and that somebody is pointing it out, is what it feels like sometimes. It feels like you're pointing out, you're drawing attention, for me, it's like you're drawing attention to the thing that I'm like, ooh, that could be better. And I'm like, okay, but like I have to defend myself because you're pointing this out, so you must see what I'm seeing. It's kind of the narrative that goes in the head, is for me. Anyway, so it's hard. But, and Shura, thanks for being here. It's so good to see you. We're watching Old Lion King on DVD, and the whole section showing an animation team at the zoo drafting lions before they even started the designs. Exactly. They didn't jump on a page and say, let's draw a cartoon lion. They jumped on a page and said, I'm going to study the heck out of a real lion so that I can learn how to make this lion look more animated. And man, I used to want to be an animator because I would watch those those behind the scenes. I think a lot of artists did. You know, we would all watch those growing up on DVDs or like specials on the Disney Channel. And it was so cool to see how it's all actually made. I really wanted to be like a concept artist or a storyboard artist or something when I was younger. And then I just realized as I got into college, I was like, oh, those are those are like insanely high burnout careers. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to enjoy art and tell stories a different way in art. And so that's kind of why I've leaned into children's book illustration, which is, for those who've been here before, you know that's what I'm up to most of the time. But, oh shoot, did I mess up my overlay? What happened? Was that just my OBS being weird, or did I actually... What's going on? Hold on, guys. I just realized somehow something got messed up here. What is this? I have no idea what this is. You guys, hold on. What is going on? Oh, it's my now playing. Oh, I'm so sorry. My now playing thing messed up on OBS somehow. I apologize. And thank you for getting that shout out for sure, Toshi. Let me see if I can fix this. Why is it? Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I didn't touch that. Weird. Okay, anyway. Sorry guys for that. I don't know how long that's been on screen. So, why did that happen? So strange. Okay, anyway. I was trying to see chat on screen, but I was distracted. OBS has been bugging lately. Okay, it's not just me then. Yeah, it also keeps moving my alerts. Like I've noticed whenever people do emotes, sometimes the emotes bounce. Like let me try some cheese. Sometimes on my other one, the emotes are bouncing like way over onto my, like way on this side of the screen. And they're not supposed to. They're supposed to bounce the other way. Anyway, sorry guys. I apologize. Not a pro streamer. Just here, turning on the camera and drawing, really. That's what I was hanging out on Cave Geek Art's stream, where he was like, "Oh no, like you're a good streamer," and then he paused and he was like, "Actually, no, you're right. You're not really a good streamer. You just turn on the camera and draw." I'm like, "Perfect. That's all I'm trying to do." Yeah, you might as well test the emotes, guys. Feel free to emote spam. I am not a streamer that minds that. Okay, it's working here. Thank you for testing that out, Raga. I have no idea why that happened. Anyway, let's draw another elephant, shall we? Healthiest mentality for an art career. Wait, which one? Oh, to like accept compliments? Probably. Yeah. The animators spirit the same thing courses. I mean, they kind of started that trend with Bambi. The Disney animators bringing an actual fawn, like a couple of fawns into the studio and drawing them. And that's been like a thing for any kind of movie that's got animal characters. I know Terrell Whitlatch did a whole thing with bears for Brother Bear, and I think they went and drew bears at the zoo and stuff. Like you have to, you know? You have to draw the thing you're gonna be stylizing before you can actually effectively stylize it. Unfortunately, this picture is a little too small to get the details. I'm gonna do a close-up of an elephant's head at some point on stream. Let's move on to another one. Now this picture I don't think I have on Pinterest. So I'm gonna copy this one. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups again. Ah, I hate them. I'm gonna copy this one into Discord just in case anyone needs it. There we go. Sorry for that weird sound. My keyboard keeps hitting that little stand for my Helion tablet. Okay. So if anyone needs that reference, it is in there. Okay, I'm gonna get started on this one just to have the elephant from the front instead. Thank you for the emote spam, guys. I love it. Hey, Mac, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. And Bickman, hello. Welcome on in. So good to see you again. I appreciate you hanging out with us. How is everyone's Tuesday? Just drawing some elephants over here. Oh, Isel! Oh my gosh, Isel, hello! Oh, that's a surprise. You guys, Isel is another great artist you should all be following. If we could get a shout out for Isel. I appreciate that. She's a lot of fun, does some really great oil paintings, and is just really charming and fun to hang out with on stream. So I think you guys will enjoy following her if you aren't already. But we are drawing elephants today, Isel. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I think I met some of you on Isel's stream actually. Siley says doing art for yourself and choosing a less stressful. Oh yeah, yeah. You know. I think, so I went into teaching. For anyone who doesn't know this, I was actually an elementary school art teacher for about 5 years out of college, instead of doing illustration or any kind of art for school. Basically just decided that was a more stable career to go, and I figured I could just my long-term goal is to do what I'm doing now. I was like, I'm gonna pay off my student loans, like save up money and go try to be an illustrator, and maybe I can see if I can draw on the side while I'm teaching. Spoiler alert, you cannot draw on the side while you're teaching, because teaching, they don't tell you about this, guys. You may have heard, teaching is not a job. Teaching is a lifestyle, and they don't tell you that when you are going to school for it. And honestly, there's probably not a really good way to explain it either, but anyway, I learned very quickly after I didn't draw for basically 4 years. I was like, okay, I haven't drawn anything, I don't have any energy, I'm so drained all the time. I gotta come up with something, and that's actually how Drift was born, my webcomic that we were talking about earlier that I might be working on later today. We'll see if I have time. Got a lot of things I gotta do, but I really would like to at least do a short stream and kind of make some progress on Drift. But Drift actually came out of teaching because I was looking for a way to work quickly. So I came up with like kind of a really loose, fast, sketchy style that I could do. Sorry, I'm breaking my own rule here. I gotta draw your shapes, guys. Draw your shapes. Don't get caught up in details like I just did. Draw your shapes, because now what's gonna happen is I probably drew something out of proportion. Yep, sure did. And I'm gonna have to erase that, so. Draw your shapes, get your proportions right, and then get into your details. Yeah, whoops, 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 whoops. It's not too bad this time. This will never do. This will never do. Rebecca's, hello, how are you? Thanks for popping in. So many first-time chatters today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Especially since I totally forgot to even like advertise that I was streaming anywhere. So I appreciate that. How are you doing today? You're wrecked? Sleep has not been kind. Oh, I'm so sorry, Isol. That sucks. That is not easy. I had a few rough nights myself last week, so I hope that gets better for you. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm really bad at staying on top of chat sometimes. Oh, I love that little emote, Pyrowolf. That's so cute. You guys are really, I promise I'm working on emotes soon. We're gonna do an emote stream. It's gonna happen. Oh, thanks, Raga, for dropping that Drift link. Yeah, I need to get that updated, but you can read Drift if you want to. There's the comic that came out of my teaching that I was like, I need to do something that's quick. And then I kind of want to keep working on it and teach myself how to make a graphic novel. So I'm considering getting into graphic novels with kids' books, and so I'd like to have some experience doing that, so it's kind of my excuse to just like work on a project that I've always thought would be fun to finish, and also just kind of practice for the industry I'm trying to get into. So I'm planning on submitting my portfolio to agents and publishing houses in next month, actually. So I have one more illustration I'd like to finish, and then a few that I want to touch up that I worked on last fall that are new to my portfolio, and then I want to go ahead and start submitting that. And then once I have that done, I just can work on personal projects. So we'll be doing emotes, we'll be doing probably some comic pages. Yeah, I'm just trying to do the fun stuff while I wait to hear back from agents, basically. And then after that, it'll just be hopefully updating my portfolio every 6 months or so. That's what they say you should do. So anyway, thank you guys for being my accountability and like honestly like encouraging me to even do this. I feel like since I've come onto Twitch, like art Twitch in general, has just been one of the nicest online art communities I think I've ever been a part of. So thank you guys for being that part of Twitch for me. It's a very encouraging place. Alright, I've got some proportion issues here that I need to work out, and I know it's because I got too excited about that head and I started drawing it too fast. So let me think about this for a second. So one of the ways when you notice you're having a proportion problem, there's a few ways you can check it. So if you're new to drawing from reference, here's what I do. By the way, guys, I'm not the authority, like I'm not like a professional. This is just how I do it. If you have a way you like to do it, please share in the chat. But the way I check for proportion issues is there's a couple ways. You can, one, just find it in the reference itself. So sometimes I can look at like the size of these circles and just compare them to the size of the circles that I did. Okay, so it's pretty close. Not exact, but pretty close. You can also look in the negative spaces. So look at the shapes that are, for instance, that the legs are making between each other. You can see kind of, they make this line right here, and they have these kind of funny triangle shapes. This one almost looks like an owl. So anyway, I can look in here and be like, okay, I have the line, okay. This one might be a little low, so that could be part of my issue right there. And I haven't quite finished the legs, so I can't quite check all of it, but That's what I'm about to start doing. You can also look for landmarks. So when I say landmarks, I mean like, okay, here's the tusk. Where does that, if I were to draw a line, where does that line up with the hip? It's like, okay, and maybe, I guess that's not too far off. Okay, so far we're okay there. But you can always check just any kind of a landmark, really. It's like, okay, this line almost lines up with the base of the stomach. See right there, the stomach right here is my issue. So this is just too low, is what I'm learning. Anyway, use whatever tricks and tips that you would like to do, but this is what I do. Hey, Raga, yes, shout out Amazing Fan. Guys, Amazing Fan, our wonderful mod, has just started streaming. He did a test stream the other day. It was awesome. It was super fun. He did a great job. Very chill art stream. So if you are looking for a new Twitch art streamer to go support, speaking of how awesome art Twitch is, you couldn't pick a better one than Amaze. Okay. Let's see. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything in chat. Doing fine, trying to draw along as well. Oh, that's awesome! And Rebecca, since you're new, I don't know if you saw, but there is a link somewhere in chat and down below to Discord. Feel free to hop in. You can also just type !Discord. Anybody can do that if you just need a quick link. Feel free to show us what you're doing. At the end of stream, by the way, for anyone who's new here, I will be showing anything that's in the warm-up art section of the Discord. I'll be showing that on stream. So if you'd like to have your work, feel free to hang out and chat too, so that if you are a streamer or if you're an artist, people know who to go follow and who to check out. It's a great idea to have a link at least to your Instagram or something on your Twitch profile if you want people to be able to find you. But it's been really cool. One of my favorite parts of Twitch is just how communal everything is and how easy it is to like find new artists whose work you like. So if you want to get involved, doing like draw-alongs and stuff like that is a really good way to do it. And I'd be more than happy. I mean, I'm still kind of growing. I'm not like the biggest Twitch streamer ever, obviously. I'm a baby streamer. But I'd love to have you in my community if you want to meet some more artists. I feel like my Discord's not so big that it's overwhelming. Like, there's lots of cool conversations going on in there all the time, lots of creative folks. You'd be more than welcome if you're interested in that. But anyway, I also understand if Discord is just overwhelming and you don't want to join another one, because everybody has a Discord, so feel free to also not, if you'd prefer not to. But if you ever do any warm-up streams of any kind, guys, you're always welcome to post them in the warm-up chat. It doesn't have to be during a live session. There's no rules on that. Anything that I didn't show on the previous stream, basically, I will show on the next stream. So even if you're drawing an elephant and it's like 6 hours after this stream and you're like, oh shoot, I really wanted to share this picture, just drop it in there. Next stream, I'll show it. We'll be warming up tomorrow as well. What are we doing tomorrow? I need to check the schedule. There's also a stream schedule in there. We're doing something tomorrow for sure. It might be, I don't know. I think is it donkeys? I think tomorrow's like National Donkey Day or something. I don't think I've ever drawn a donkey. So I thought it'd be fun to maybe do donkeys, but I could be wrong about that. That might be later this month. I'm having a vague memory of a donkey day coming up pretty soon though. So that'll be fun. Okay, so I've got my landmarks. I'm checking, like here's the elbow of the elephant. I'm seeing that that's a little bit below this little skin fold here. Got this thing. I'm kind of sketching in the skeleton that we learned about. So yeah, just checking all of my landmarks here. Checking my negative space to make sure that I got the shape right. It's like this weird skin flat back there. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's okay. Okay. Also trying not to shrimp. Sit up straight, guys. Watch your posture. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, we missed a stretch your wrists alert. So for anyone who does not have a wrist or a hand injury, that excludes some of you in chat. You know who you are. Take your hand if you want to. You can do it this way. If you have a wall nearby, you can also push your hand pointing down against the wall if you're struggling to do this stretch. But they say that this is the best stretch you can do for carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel is like, this is I guess the tunnel and there's like tendons or something in there. If you don't have a wall next to you, just take your hand and just gently like pull toward you. You want to do that for about 10 seconds on each hand. I just got extremely hungry and realized that I forgot to eat breakfast this morning, so I'm gonna need to go take care of that at some point. Anyway, just trying to prevent carpal tunnel among friends, guys, that's all. Why is my music so quiet now? I'm gonna turn it up slightly, but I don't know why. I think it's just this song. I think it's just a quiet song. Okay, anyway. Let me know if that's too loud. I hope it goes amazing. Oh, thank you, Isel. Thank you. I think I'm on the 6th day of this, getting less than a few hours of sleep. No, Isel, that's terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope it gets better. I've had months like that before, and it's not good. I like, have you ever tried melatonin? I have actually some emergency melatonin gummies. I cut them in half, and I just eat a half of one, so I get like 2 mg instead of 5, because they say that as little as you can take, the better, basically, but it helps on those nights for sure. Twitch Hard community is awesome, Xyli. Xyli, I can't remember. I don't think I've caught one of your streams in a while, but you guys should all go give Xyli Art a follow as well. It's been a minute, I think, since I've been on at the same time as you. But their streams are also super fun and very chill. And feel free, anybody, we have a stream share section of my Discord. I know I poke around in there sometimes when people are streaming just to see who's on, so feel free to spam your stream every single time you go live. It does not bother me. Oh, thank you for that follow. Wait, I can't read that. It's so far away. Hold on. Where's my thingy? It's already gone. Oh, it's Rebecca's. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rebecca's, for joining. So happy to have you. Okay. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Twitch art and makers and crafting are pretty great. Science and education Twitch is pretty awesome too. Pretty much any Twitch that isn't gaming Twitch, because I have no experience with gaming Twitch. Gaming Twitch is scary. If you are in gaming Twitch, please let me know the non-scary gamers that I can go hang out with, because I'm a little afraid of gaming Twitch. I will not lie to you. It intimidates me. It's very big. And I feel like there's an increased likelihood of trolling if I engage with gaming Twitch, so I tend to stay away. But there are a few gamers that I'll hang out with. Not very many. Mostly people who are artists who occasionally game. But if anyone knows a good one, especially like family-friendly streams, I'm always looking for family-friendly streams to raid into, since it's kind of just my branding. There's kids that watch with me sometimes, like with their parents and draw along, so I try to keep it safe, but I'm also just not safe for work in general, and I want to keep this place kind of just like a place where people can hang out at work, you know? Or like have on screen and don't have to like hurriedly hide their screen if somebody walks by. So if you know of, any family-friendly art streamers, especially, but any education or gaming or anybody, I'd love to know who they are. Always looking for safe spaces to send my raids to. Okay, let's find a portrait to study here, because I feel like I've gotten what I need to out of this elephant picture. And I'm gonna go pause and look at another reference photo. Thankfully, this one didn't have too much grass, so I was actually able to draw the feet for once. For those who've been here before, you know that grass is my arch nemesis when it comes to studies. They are always hiding the feet, and I can never see what the animal looks like. It's very annoying. That's okay. I'd rather them be on grass than pavement, I suppose. Let me oops my chat broke again. Hold on. Back to work. Hey! Oh, you managed to draw an elephant. Nice, Mac. I hope you posted it. I can't wait to share it. Shura, do you feel attacked? No, I'm not trying to attack Shura. He always says he's stretching with us, and I just wish he wouldn't. It stresses me out. Like, don't break your wrist, please. It's already messed up. Oh, you scared me shouting shrimp. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you, Mo Shrimp. Shrimp! Also, hello, Mo Shrimp. How are you? Good to see you in chat. Yeah, you have. Oh my gosh, you have carpal tunnel right now, Xyli? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know so many people who do. Oh, you posted some pixel art. Excellent. I can't wait to look at it. You guys, if you've posted in the art channel, thank you so much. Just know I am looking in there. There's been so many artists joining Discord lately. I haven't had time to respond to everybody, and if I skip you, like, please don't be offended. It's not on purpose. I'm trying to at least every single piece that I see, because it's so inspiring. I get so inspired when I go in there, I'm like, wow, I'm feeling uninspired and I can't draw right now, but look at all these people making cool things, and it's just fun to scroll through there and get ideas and be encouraged and find new artists that you might want to follow. So also make sure that you've got links to your socials in your Discord name, because I click those sometimes and then I can't figure out how to follow people. Yeah, anyway. I hear it can create dependency. Yeah, the melatonin scares me. I've heard if you start with 1 mg, you're fine. This is the first time I've ever used it, and I have taken a gummy maybe maybe once a month. Like, I don't think I'm in danger, but I definitely want my body to be able to create its own melatonin. So I'm actually trying to work out again, Isel. I know, lame, but that did actually help yesterday. I went back to the gym for the first time, and I slept so solid last night. And I'm very sore this morning, so I did not go to the gym this morning. I just did like a short little workout here at home, but I think it does help if you can squeeze in the time. I just finished the piece set. Oh, nice! Yes, I do remember that. Feel free to share that if you'd like to. And if you're you can share it in chat too if it's too hard to share it in Discord. You don't think your husband's a share? Yeah, share his link when he streams, Kudo, if you want to. Feel free, and just let us know. You know, hey, this is my hubby. He's safe. Twisted Barbie is a sweetheart. Who's that? Okay. Not family friendly, so not a read. Okay, but she does art, does gaming, does story time. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Thank you for the recommendation. Reading Terry Pratchett. That's awesome. Cool. I didn't know people just like read books on Twitch. I'm always learning new things about what people do on Twitch. Please let me know if you found some cool people I should check out. I've got a little list here of like people to go look at. I'll actually write that down so I don't forget. Very cool. The song kills you in a good way. That's good. I don't know what song it was, but I'm glad it kills you in a good way. Oh, was it the Weepies? Yeah, that song kills me in a sometimes not a good way, actually. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I do like to vet my streams first. Shoot, what did I just do? Especially if it's going to be a raid target, I just want to make sure that the vibe matches what I'm going for, but yeah, always feel free to recommend people to me, guys. Let's find a portrait, actually, because I feel like we often draw elephants from this front view, but I want to do like a really good close-up of like what's going on in the face. There's some like jawline things and cheekbone things that are really helpful when you're drawing these creatures. So let me go back up to my little Pinterest that's conveniently pinned at the top of chat. Thanks again, Amaze, because I keep closing it on accident. And I'm gonna go find an African bush elephant to draw. Nofi Blue. Oh yeah, we raid Nofi a lot. We love Nofi. I didn't know she played games actually. I've only ever caught her art streams, but yeah, Nofi's excellent. Definitely an excellent hangout for sure. Sometimes she pops in here and I'm always like so honored. She's a very, very good artist. Who's got a great... Yeah, but Nofi is definitely like the vibe I'm going for sure. Oh, this is such a great photo and it's completely ruined by this giant watermark. Ugh, I'm so angry. Not angry, but like, ugh, annoying. Okay, should we use this one? Maybe we'll use this one even though there's a big watermark. So, sorry guys, there's a watermark on this image, but it has such a good... I'm gonna make sure this is pinned. Is this pinned? Do I have this one saved? Okay, oh, it is saved already. Okay, yeah. Look at this great image. This is such a good pose. I know it says Getty Images right in the middle, but like what a pose. You can see the bottom of the feet, which is an unusual angle. You can see the way that the weight of the animal kind of like causes the skin wrinkles. That's really interesting. I like that a lot. You can see the great ear shape, great profile. You can see a lot of the bone structure. So I think we're gonna draw this even though it's not just a profile shot. And also it's just a cute picture, right? Gotta love a cute elephant picture. If I just get rid of some of this extra that we don't need here. This, there we go. Trim it down slightly so that we can focus in a little bit more on the subject of our image. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Let me make sure the volume's okay. Each one of these songs is like a different equalized level. Turn it down a little bit. I feel like it might be a little too loud. Okay. Don't mind this man just howling in German, I think. I'm not sure what he's singing in. Polish? I don't know. I'm not good at non-English language identification, guys. I apologize if I've just offended anybody. Okay, we got the head, we got the body shape. Ugh, such a good body shape. Look at this little bean just sitting there, being a bean. Okay. Gonna focus on shapes this time and be very responsible and not a bad influence like last time, where I just jumped right into the details. So focusing on this ear shape here, that triangular African shaped ear. Oops, hold on. Let's see. Bean shapes are common shape. Yeah, they are. They're a good shape. Also friend shape. Deceptively friend shaped is a good shape as well in the animal kingdom. Lions are very friend shaped, but they are not probably your friend. Good example though. Yeah, beans, I do like a good bean. Lots of those. Alright, I'm trying to avoid the temptation like I did last time to get into these details. I'm really interested in this area, so I'm trying not to like jump into it too much. Let's make sure we have our proportions right. So I'm going to be checking kind of the angle of the trunk here against the curvature of the more flexible part against the size of the head, so like all that stuff. And if you look closely, there's actually kind of like a plane you're seeing here. So like one tusk is coming out here, right? And there's another one coming out here. And it almost creates like, you can see the underside of the trunk, or basically the underside of his upper lip, or her upper lip. And you can almost like see that shape right here. It kind of curves around, there's like some bumps from the skin folds. You can see it sort of twisting around, kind of snake-like almost. So there's a lot of good planes to point out here. And you can almost see the other, so you can see like two sides of the jaw here instead of just one. Hard to see maybe in this photo, but you can find it on my Pinterest and pull it up really big for yourself if you'd like. Yeah, no worries, Sloppy. I got you. So at one point in this paper, I think stuff some more animals out of group structures and some we have a skewed sex ratio. Oh, interesting. My question is, do we think I need to find a paper discussing the group structure? What's the point? What are you trying to say with your paper? Maybe that would help us know whether or not you need more paper citation. Because I honestly don't know much about scientific research papers, and I'm not sure what the criteria for proof would be. But like, if discussing group structure helps push your point more, then I would say yes. But I don't know what you're trying to talk about in the paper necessarily. You're just, yeah, you're good. That's a scientific name for the, exactly. I know. My auto mod's a little bit strict sometimes. I probably need to go in and change some terms, but I think some of that's from back when in 2018 when I was streaming a little bit more. I was totally freelance at the time, so I was streaming like multiple days a week, not just Monday, not just like 3 days, but like, I don't know, I was streaming a lot more back then. Anyway, and I would have issues with like spam or bot or trolls or like whatever, and they'd always have like, you know, unsavory links, unsavory topics for the vibe I was going for. So I just kind of let AutoMod take charge there. There's enough individual variation among known specimens of ankylosaur to account for possible sexual dimorphism. Oh, interesting! But if they are sexually dimorphic, that would mean that there is an unexpected bias in one sex or the other. I guess if you could show social structures of similar creatures, perhaps? That would be more, as a non-scientist, as somebody who's merely a layman interested in the sciences. Maybe it would be more helpful to find, like, if you could find evidence of that exact thing in known species, maybe? Because that'd be really cool if you could show that. Modern animals have group structures that would create a bias. So you're talking about like bachelor herds, right? Or like the females hanging out with the babies and the males going off. That kind of thing? Is that what you're trying to get at? Talia, hello! Good to see you. How are you doing? Thanks for popping in. Landslide covers up a herd of horses. Going to be a lot of females, maybe one male. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I think that's yeah, for sure. Maybe if you could talk about herds that show kind of sexual preference like that between like for like social dynamic reasons. I think that'd be, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm sure you can find a paper about it. I feel like that's a pretty known fact. You may not even, do you feel like you need the paper to prove something? Or can you just reference that stuff exists? Because I feel like those are such commonly known things, right? Penguins, depending on the timing, you could have all males, all females. That's true. That's true. I don't know what the criteria is for scientific research papers. Like, do you have to show a paper anytime you make a point? I really don't know. Or is that such known established fact that it's like something you can kind of forego? Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask. Yeah, I don't know if you need it, honestly, personally. I could be wrong. But I feel like you could just mention those things, that we do know for a fact that these things happen in group situations. And so I guess the trick would be to like find a group of males and females that died at roughly the same time somehow, to show that there is dimorphism, because that would be cool if you could prove, like, hey, instead of this being a totally new species, this is actually just like a sexually dimorphic version of this ankylosaur. That has to be a thing that happens, you know? Like, that has to be something with paleontology. You have to back up any assertion in my experience. So maybe Mare Stepper's the one to ask, because I don't have experience with scientific papers. Enjoy your lurk, Pyro. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, I would do the rest of the work of the paper first and make sure you have all your points right, and then maybe go digging up for these like more obvious statement papers. But hopefully they won't be too hard to find either, because they are such commonly known facts. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry that I don't have more expertise. You do. You worked with the niche, with the Nickden research? I don't know what that is. Niche research? Everything's done. Okay, well, at least you're almost done then. That's fair. Well, hopefully it won't be too hard to dig up, because yeah, I mean, that stuff is like widely known by people who don't even like pay attention to the natural sciences, you know? Alright, so as I'm drawing this elephant, I'm trying to pay attention to like the shadows, because the shadows can tell you a lot about what's going on underneath. Like, so for example, when we looked at this skeleton, there's like this really high, hard cheekbone here, and you see that that cheekbone creates this shadow right here. So you can see the shape of the skull through the skin of the creature. And that's part, again, that's part of why references are so helpful, is so that you can actually study and make notes of these things. I can also note, okay, so like the tusks almost appear to like point in the direction of the eye, and that checks out. I can see that right there. Like there's the eye, right below the eye is where the tusk is coming out, and then you've got that heavy cheekbone. So when I go to like say design my own elephant character, I can be like, okay, I just studied this, so we know that if I put the eye here, which is like seems to be roughly where it should go, that means the tusk is going to need to come out here. We got this high cheekbone, and like all of a sudden I can start exaggerating things. I could maybe give it a bigger eye, you know, I could give it like, you know, if I was going the Disney route, I could give it like a little eyebrow, can maybe adjust slightly the way that the tusk comes out, but for the most part those shapes can stay the same, and I can still have my little character, right? But now it looks more believable, and that's because I know where things are supposed to go because I've studied it. I know that they've got little tears in their ears a lot, and this is part of how you can identify elephants, is that different markings in the ears, basically. I can add shadows, I can add some of those little bumps we were noticing. So all of this, the purpose, again, is to just be able to innovate, and you can't innovate unless you've actually studied, right? So like I was able to draw this elephant like this because I've spent time studying elephants. So there we go. But that's the whole point. So let's get back to this. National Institute of Child Health and Development. Oh, okay, cool. I did not know that. That's awesome. Well, good luck, Slappy Salamander. I'm sure that kind of research isn't the most fun, but hopefully it will help you prove your point and maybe make an interesting argument there that hopefully, you never know, right? Could lead to some different ways of looking at some of the specimens and things. That's pretty exciting stuff. Okay, so we got that shape. I'm being bad again and I'm not doing my proportions. So I did the head. I really wanted to do a portrait study, but let's go ahead and sketch in the body. So we've got the distance here between the foot and the ear to think about. And by the way, it is 11:20 for me, so I'll start looking at those elephant studies that folks are doing here in a little bit. So I'll probably finish this one up and then start peeking around in there. I will be potentially back on stream later today, so hopefully I'll have time for that later. But if you have a study that you'd like to show, go ahead and start thinking about putting them in there so that I can start showing them off. I'm peeking ahead and what's in there is already very exciting. So if you have something you want to share, I would love to show it off to everybody on stream. If you're not able to be in chat, I will try to point out who it is. Sometimes I can't see exactly who it is because of the darn like streamer mode thing. It like it'll like blur out random people's names. I still don't understand why Discord does that, if anyone wants to tell me. But I will do my best. Or if you post it and your Discord name is different than your Twitch name, just, you know, tell me who it is in the post so that I can definitely point out who you are, folks. You can turn streamer mode off. You can, but I think it's like it's supposed to be helpful, right? Like people can like be, if they see that you're streaming, it's like a way you can watch in Discord. So I feel like it's good. Like I don't want to not tell people that I'm streaming, especially since like today I totally forgot to even post that I was streaming anywhere. Normally I try to at least post in a couple of Discords that like, hey, if anyone wants to hang out, I'm on. But I forgot to, so thanks to anybody who managed to find me today. I don't know how you got here, but I do appreciate it. Self-promo stuff is tough. It takes a long time. Okay. This elbow. Look at that pointy elbow. I forget what you call it. But whenever animals have like that really long elbow for like the extra muscle attachments and stuff, it tends to imply like a lot of weight bearing, right? Or a lot of like strength, like power. So you see a lot of like digging animals, like armadillos and stuff that have them. I forget what it's called, but when they have that, it's like a long protrusion. I know what not the bone itself, but what that actual structure is called. Inside, I don't remember what it is. Anyway, Dark Era, hello, good to see you again. Thanks for coming on back. I'm glad we didn't scare you away. How's your Tuesday going? Happy Tuesday, by the way. Okay, I need to finish up this guy, unfortunately. Okay, he's got this big old belly. We got his little knees right here that I think are so cute. Have you ever watched Aaron Blaze? I haven't watched him, like, I mean, I have. I know he actually streams on Twitch sometimes. He was doing a live stream, I think, for Lightbox on Instagram earlier this week, and I kind of peeked in for that. But I haven't like paid for any of his Creature Teacher stuff. I know he's great. I've been a big fan of his since I was a kid. But yeah, no, I'm not like. Actually, I think I popped on his live stream and tried to ask if he still streams on Twitch, but I think he was busy. Or the signal was bad, I don't know. I don't even know if it went through. It could have been a recording for all I know. Anyway, yeah, I do love his stuff. Yeah, very good suggestion. If anyone is not familiar with Aaron Blaze art, he was a Disney animator for a long time, and now he does his own like online art school. A lot of creature design tips, a lot of animation stuff. If you're into any of that stuff, highly recommend checking out his work. He's got decades of industry experience and connections and information to share. If you're looking to forward your career in any way in those directions, highly recommend checking out his stuff. It's creatureartteacher.com, I believe. He's also very diligent about doing ads on Instagram, because I feel like I get ads for his content all the time. Yeah, his classes do tend to be really affordable, and he actually runs specials pretty often. So you can, if you just keep an eye on his social media, he will post when they're on sale, and that's a great time to buy them. I know not too long ago he did like a $1 sale for a bunch of stuff, so definitely a good person to follow if you aren't already. I wish he would stream on Twitch more. I used to hang out in his Twitch streams quite a bit. I think that's one of the coolest parts about Twitch, is that you can have like direct access to people like that. Very cool. It's like, oh, I'm just casually talking to an industry giant that I've been a fan of forever. That's crazy. But anyway. This is not the most accurate elephant I've ever drawn, guys. I apologize. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, we got that nice little... Think of it like a person's leg, right? You've got the foot, got that little heel, and then that big pad right there. So you've got all the same pieces. We're just seeing it from like a weird angle. So what I'm doing is I'm thinking, okay, here's the heel, here's the toes, here's the knee, here's the legs. So like there's the bone inside. So if you can just remember that stuff when you study your anatomy, you're gonna find it a lot easier. kind of intuit what's going on in the image, as opposed to having to try to like exactly copy this angle and this line and like I don't know what's happening, I'm just going to copy it. Remember, to make an effective reference study session, it's really important to do that word, study. Don't copy. You don't learn anything from copying, just like in school, right? If you're just copying something, you're not actually going to learn anything, but if you're studying it, you actually will kind of take things in. And to study for images, my favorite way to do that is to just ask yourself questions. Kind of like how we just talked about, like, okay, why is this bump here? Oh yeah, we talked about how, you know, the heel is up here. You can't see that. The heel is up here, these are the toes, and so there's this big pad to kind of cushion the animal, which is why it has that big round space at the bottom when they have their foot down, but you still see the indentation from that heel. So it's like you see that right there, you see it right here, you see it in all of these images, and you see it here too. That's exactly what this is right here. So yeah, ask yourself questions, and that's going to help you make better work, right? Okay, I'm almost done with this one. So I am going to start looking at those warm-up art sketches now. So if anybody wants to participate, feel free to go drop your art in there. And like I said before, if you're not quite finished, or if you wanted to spend a little more time, absolutely fine. You do not have to post now. If you just post it at any point in the history of the rest of your life, at least as long as I'm streaming, I will show it on the next stream. So even if you are watching this VOD somehow, like years later, if I'm still streaming, hopefully I'm still doing this, but it's really fun. I'm enjoying doing it. But yeah, I will just, the next time we do a warm-up stream, I will show your work on stream. So there's no rush if you wanted to take more time than just the time you've had. However, I'm going to have to head off here in a second, so I'm going to have to start wrapping things up. But I'm hopefully going to be back on later today. Like I said, probably around 4 p.m. That tends to be when I do my afternoon streams. Since today is a less scheduled stream, that might vary. So if you want up-to-date info on that, just follow me on Discord or on Twitter, and you can that's usually where I post when I'm live. And I'll try to share in Discord probably when I'm planning on streaming. I have a meeting today with another artist friend, and then a few things I got to do. So it just kind of depends on how long those things take. But I would like to work on a drift page later today. So that's why we practiced elephants, was so that I can, the whole page has to do with elephants. So I needed the refresher. But I will be streaming from my studio if I do stream again today. So you'll see a bit of a background change, a little more interesting background in my studio rather than this AC unit. But let's go ahead and, oops, how do I get out of that? I don't even know what I just did. Help. Critapros, help. What did I do? Okay, that's weird. Anyway, let's go look at some elephant art, guys. Let's see what we got. So first up, a great example actually, we have Cinna. Let me pull this tab over here onto the screen so you guys can just see it with me. Cinna Monroe is also a streamer here on Twitch. I think she's probably at work today, but I'm gonna go ahead and give her a shout out. Cinna Monroe, I think it's 03, right? Nope, I can't spell. Cinna Monroe, there we go. Pretty sure that's her. Oh, yep, that is. So feel free to go check out her work. But guys, she did a study based on one of the first warm-up streams I ever did back in January. Those are up on YouTube if you need those. Here's a link to the YouTube. You can also type social at any time, and that should give you a link to all my socials. But there's my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. But she was watching through those old VODs and drawing along with those. So I'm showing these beautiful warm-ups that she did. Holy cow, these are so nice. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. Here we go. Yeah, really nice stuff. Really nice stuff. Really good job. This one especially I remember being hard because there's some weird perspective going on with this reference that we chose. So that one's a really tricky one, but these look great. Great job with the feather overlapping Cinna. Great job with their proportions. Really, I can tell you really like studying the images and really trying to focus on proportion. Like these look fantastic. Great. I love these harpy evil claws. Holy cow, you did such a good job. These are great. These eye studies are nice. Secretary bird, of course, Amaze's favorite bird. A quite majestic creature if you're not familiar with them. There will also be one of those in my webcomic. Yeah, these look awesome, Cinna. Thank you for sharing. I'm so glad that you were able to do some warm-up studies. Thanks for sharing them with us. Love it, love it. You guys should all go give Cinna a follow, and you can click in here. She's got her Twitter link in here as well. These look awesome. Amaze has drawn an adorable baby elephant, guys. This is again Amazing Fan 15. our wonderful mod here. If you want to go follow his channel, you can watch him draw. He does a lot of good stuff. He mostly does people, so I'm really proud that you've been trying so hard to do these animal studies. Amazing. This looks great. Look at this cutie. You guys, just look how cute. Look how proportionate this is too. I don't know if you can tell, Amaze, but I can tell, like, you are definitely getting more confident with your animal structures. You've noted a few times you're starting to notice similarities between a lot of different, like, quadrupeds especially, so it really shows here. I think your work is paying off. Really, really well done. Most excellent. Give you a little Reese heart there too. Boop. Love it, love it. And Mac coming in hot with the, like, mega fast elephant sketch that you did. I love this. I know you said I think you had to go off to work, but this looks so good. I love it. Really, really nice with the gesture, like the movement of the piece. I can really feel that it's moving for sure. Yeah, thanks for participating. I'm impressed by how quickly you got this out and how you managed to make it pretty proportionate despite the speed. That's awesome. That's awesome. Love it. Love it. Amaze, you did a great job. Oh, you did another one. Oh, this is a nice image. Oh, I like this one. Nice action pose. You get some, like, water splashes and stuff going on. I like it. Very dramatic elephant. Most excellent. Right? Cinna, yeah, Cinna's catching up, man. They're up there. They're up there if anyone wants them, for sure. This is so cute, Amaze. Oh, I love elephants. You did such a good job capturing this one. There's such the playfulness. Your lines are nice and loose. I see the good shape studies. Really nice. Oh shoot, there's an ad. Dang it, hold on. Oops. Oops, ads. I don't know how that happened. I didn't see any warning that there was an ad coming. Usually it gives me an option to like delete the ad, but it didn't give me that option this time. Do you guys know if you can you make Twitch mad if you skip ads too many times? Because there was one stream where I skipped ads three times in a row, and ever since then it has not given me the option to skip ads. Does anyone know if that's a thing? I am curious. Oh, you are stuck in an ad now. A channel for sharing writing. Yeah, we do. Dark Era, please, by all means. You know what? Since we have an ad break, everybody make sure you unshrimp yourself. Make sure you stretch. Let's all just take a little hydration break here. Sorry for abandoning some of you into ads. I'm gonna try not to respond to anybody's art until we're back out of them. Oh, you know what? Actually, that might be the last one. Oh no, there is one more. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna look at it yet. I'm gonna drink water like a good, responsible person. Not much of more of a writer than an artist, but I've recently started trying to turn, your stories into comics. That's awesome. Well, you've found the right Discord. We have a lot of comic artists. I have a comic. Amaze does comics. There's quite a few people in chat doing things like that, and quite a few writers, actually. I think I'd love to see the writing section of the Discord expand a bit. I know there's people looking for writing feedback in there, so yeah, feel free to critique, talk about each other's work, or give tips. I haven't been much of a writer in many years, but I still like looking at stuff and reading things. I know Cinna, I don't know if she still does, but Cinna used to participate in NaNoWriMo every month or every year, so yeah, definitely, please beef up the word share section. Would love to see it. This looks great, Amaze. Awesome job. Shura, your elephant is making an unusual usual sound, Shura. This is Shuratoshi over there drawing amazing elephant. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love the skin details you got into this. So this is a great example of what elephant? Yeah. So like I keep telling people, you don't have to draw multiple images per session. If you want to spend the whole time just working on one piece and adding more detail and really studying, like in this case, like skin wrinkles, like sure, like the way you got the skull details here, really nice stuff. Love the way you implied that heavy wrinkled skin with the like the waves of your lines, but also the hatching and just the shading style. Your work is so fun to look at. This is lovely. This is lovely. You guys should all give Shuratoshi a follow as well. It looks great, right, Dark? Yeah. We're gonna give you a little shout out here. Yeah, right, Isol? I know. Shuratoshi is somebody that I found really recently. I wish I could remember who recommended that I watch your channel, or vice versa. But yeah, really great artist here on Twitch. Been having a lot of fun looking at their work. Really beautiful elephant. Holy cow. This looks like it's ready to go on someone's wall. It's amazing. So much detail. This looks awesome. This looks awesome for sure. Thank you so much for drawing along with me. And thank you to everybody who's, if you're still drawing, like I said, no rush. Please don't rush just to drop it in chat. If you have something ready, I'll look at it real fast. But if not, if you do add anything else, if anyone adds another elephant or something, I'm happy to look at it tomorrow at the end of warm-up streams tomorrow. So just, yeah, drop it in there. This is in the warm-up art section of the stream events, part of the Discord. So feel free to join in at any time, just like Cinna did. You can just drop it in there whenever. I'll look at it when I can. But for now, I'm gonna find a family-friendly art streamer to raid because I need to go do some other things before my meeting, unfortunately. But thank you so much to everybody who came in today and kept me accountable to actually like doing some warm-up sketches. I hope you had fun. I hope, you know, hope somebody got inspired to draw or be creative. I like to say I think training your observation eye is helpful, not just if you're an artist, but like if you're a writer, just learning to be more observant is going to make you a better relayer of information, right? Whether it's art or writing or even science, like there's all different ways you can apply the skill of observation, and that's really what art is. It's the art of training your observation eye so that you can take what's real and make it your own in your own style, or kind of warp it if you're doing like cartoon work, or just kind of generally to improve. So anyway, I think it's helpful for everybody, and I hope somebody got encouraged today. I know I sure did. But for now, like I said, I am going to find a family-friendly art streamer. Oh, my ending screen is very bad on this. I need to fix that. I'll just keep it on this screen for now. Let's see who is on. Who can I raid? Thank you, Kudo, and thank you, Isel, for hanging out. Thank you, Amaze and Xylai, and everybody. It's been so nice hanging out with you guys. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime. Like I said, I may be back on later today. We'll just have to see. I'm hoping I'll be back on around 4 to work on a new page of Drift. We'll see how long the stream is, but this is like the one day this week I don't have something like an appointment in the evening, so I can actually stream potentially a little later if I need to. But we'll see. We'll see. I might have to move some tasks around, but I really would like to be back on. Let's see who is raiding. Oh, Scully is on. We haven't raided Scully in a while. Looks like the mic is on. I don't remember how family friendly they tend to be, so if you are, you know, just be aware if you're at work, you might want to maybe mute the channel, because I don't remember. I think most of the time Scully's okay. But yeah, generally they're doing really cool creature design, so I think we might speak, since we're talking so much about creatures today, we might go ahead and raid on into Scully if I can figure out where the raid thing went. I don't know. Also, I'm stuck in an ad, so I have no idea. Observation has been the hardest thing working in the mall for a while after college. Maybe learn to ignore most things because they're annoying. Yeah, I bet. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine you'd want to tune things out at the working at a mall. I'm sure you see a lot of things. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Scully is doing this really cool, like, toad creature. I think you guys will really like it. And we haven't rated them in over a month. It's been a long time. So let's head on into Scully, guys. Again, if you aren't following them already, just click. There should be a link somewhere, I think, that pops up. But anyway, it'll happen eventually. But let's go check out some creature design. We do some creature design here ourselves every once in a while, so it's kind of fun to find other creature design artists here on Twitch. I don't know that they like mingle a whole lot, so you may not be familiar with them. So even if you've been around Art Twitch for a while, hang out for a second. I bet you'll really like what you see here at Scully's stream. But thank you again, guys, for hanging out with me. And hopefully I will catch you next time. But until then, have a good rest of your Tuesday, have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you some other time. Bye, guys.